Grant, it was calm and professional again, just like on Saturday.
Yeah, very controlled in what we were doing tonight. It was pleasing. We knew we had to be good again defensively because Rochdale are a team that scored a lot of goals this season, particularly away from home. And they try and entice you into areas and try and play through you. You know, they're a good footballing team. But I thought defensively we were strong. I thought when we went forward we looked threatening. And nice to score a couple of goals and come through with a clean sheet, and now we're on to the next one. Both goals kind of opposite ends of the spectrum really, a bit of a scruffy own goal in the second half, but a lovely bit of individual play from Malik Wilkes. Yeah, that's something Malik's done for the past 2-3 years, you know, where he drifts in on that left foot and he's dangerous, and great strike into the bottom corner. I've seen him do that many times before. He's in real good form, Malik, you know, in terms of the goals he's scoring. And the second one, pleasing to see. I think Tom's give us a fresh impetus when he come on in terms of his energy and his legs, and it's nice to have Tom back. He's claiming it in there in the changing room, but I'll need to watch it back. You know, any striker would claim that, but look, it's the most important thing's 3 points and on to the next one.
Was you surprised by how slow and steady Rochdale were in possession?
Not particularly, because I know what they're about and that's how they play. You know, the midfield player drops into that false full-back position and they try to start their attacks from that. So it was important, structurally we were good again. It was important we had to keep a good shape about us and make sure when we sprung and when we broke, we did it with pace and venom, and I thought we did for the majority of the game, so it was pleasing.
And it moves us into the top two for next Saturday's clash against Bristol Rovers.
Yeah, I mean, there's a long way to go. I don't think anyone's focusing on where we are at the table at this present time. I said it after we lost a couple of games that nothing's won in February or March. It's where we finish at the end of the season, so we just got to stay calm. We got to stay focused on the next one. Again, we've got another tough challenge on Saturday against Bristol Rovers. They'll be revitalised with a new manager, so we'll look forward to that when it comes along, and hopefully we can try and get another 3 points.
Greg, well done. Solid professional victory.
Yeah, it was like obviously 3 points was all that mattered tonight. I still feel we played well, but yeah, it was a bit frustrating for us at times and probably frustrating to watch. But I feel when we were on the ball we were good, but we had to be patient. They kept the ball quite defensive, I felt, but they didn't really hurt us, and then we punished them when we needed to, and it was a good performance.
Was it frustrating for you as a midfielder when it came to maybe pushing up and pressing, or more sitting back? Yeah,
it was, but look, it's one of these things, and sometimes I'd imagine a lot of teams are going to do that when they come here, but that's their style, they had it, but to be honest, we got the goals and that's what we needed. I say frustrating, but it was still at times when we had the ball, we had some good spells, and when we got on the ball we got into some good areas, so it was enjoyable at times, but yeah, like 3 points for us, that was all that mattered.
The game looked a bit dead and buried at the time of the red card, but as a player on the field, how did you see it?
Yeah, well, initially, obviously, it's a tough one because you don't know. Obviously, sometimes you can see the referee's point, but sometimes you're thinking, well, I don't really know. But obviously, it went in our favour, and I think Burkie wasn't really protesting it. But again, yeah, I could see that he did maybe look from where I was standing, come in, studs up, but. Like I say, I feel like the game was comfortable for us anyway at that point, and I feel the whole game we were comfortable. They got forward a few times, but we dealt with it well, and we were solid in our shape, and that was part of the game plan before the game.
And the last 2 games have been very comfortable, and that's a great position to put us in for another game which people might expect us to win despite themselves having a new manager, Joey Barton, at Bristol Rovers.
Yeah, so obviously Bristol was obviously a tough one when we went down there early on in the season, and we done well in the second half. Again, we ground them out to get there, and we got a thoroughly deserved 3 points, but I feel yeah, they'll maybe have a little bit of a lift under a new manager. But again, we've played Fleetwood so many times this year that we know exactly what they'll be about, and Joey's style, and it's very aggressive, and they're good at what they do. And I've seen from the clips I've seen of Bristol, I've seen that they are kind of emulating what that Fleetwood team have done in the past. And so it'll be a tough one for us, and we'll need to be on our game. But it's a game that we know what we need to do and where we need to get to.
And like you say there, it'll be a completely different change of shape, in maybe from a back 3 under their previous manager, and a 4-2-3-1 was what they played against us.
Yeah, no, and they've got some good players, Bristol, so they'll be dangerous, and we'll be really aware of that. And all focus again, as soon as the final whistle tonight, was recover as best as you can and go again. It's been a hectic schedule, but it's been 2 good wins for us so far, and 13 games. So we need to really keep on pushing now. It's no time for talking, it's time for doing, and we know what we need to do.